Okay, welcome everybody. I am recording this so that one, I like to maximize and I don't want to repeat myself. So I am teaching, this is a business call on how to teach MetaPWR. And the reason I feel so strongly about how to teach MetaPWR is because most of the time, you are actually going to have so many casual conversations that are not going to be had with a PowerPoint or a tear sheet. As you enroll people, that you're going to want to have the languaging to enroll people without those utility things. Now, yes, you can still talk about it and then bring them to a class and then go through the class materials as those are set up. And those are pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to walk through those today. But what I am going to walk through is how to teach MetaPWR. And so this is to make it easy for everybody. Okay. Also, I want to talk about right now, the strategic release of MetaPWR that doTERRA did and how you can copy that. And this works if you've been in doTERRA a year or more. It doesn't work if you haven't. And so if that's the case, why don't you fast forward about 5 minutes in this recording, and then you can listen to the part that's relevant to you. But for those of you who are here, how do you teach MetaPWR? Well, let's look at doTERRA. doTERRA first released the information and sampling of MetaPWR to their top echelon super people. That was the diamond and above ranks. Okay, so they released it to their super fans, and then they released it then to the next tier lower of super fans, which is their silver up to diamond super fans. And then after that, it was released at convention to the people who were paying extra money to get a ticket to learn about it. And then those people had the chance to then buy it. But all these people had to wait and buy it until that moment, right? So they released it here, then here, then here, in information only, and then here's the product. So all three of those groupings of people were getting tickets to that last grouping of the convention people, and they bought their kit. If they really were the super fans, they bought the kit, which might have been you. And then doTERRA then uses the rest of the information to disseminate to everyone else. Now, if you watch the everyone else, what that actually means is October 1st is all wholesale customers and new people. And what is it limited to? The full MetaPWR kit. And then the pieces come in November. So following the doTERRA train, let's talk about your business. Okay. And this will work for pretty much any rank. We've talked to diamonds about this process and elites and directors about this process. But what's happening is, who are your super fans? Do you know? Sherry, do you know who your super fans are in doTERRA?
Yes.
You do? Okay, good. How would you define it for other people?
These have been the people that anytime they're reaching out and they're applying their oils or their products in multiple, like they want to know, what else can I do with it? They're on LRP. They participate in anything that I offer. Mm-hmm. And they also are like, they want to know more. Exactly. They want to integrate it deeper and into all aspects of how they live healthy.
Yes. Yes, they are those people. Like, perfect description. So the easiest description is they're either showing up at whatever you're doing, or they are on LRP. So what I did was I took a look at my business and I looked at my customers and I was like, who's on LRP? Now, I'm defining my super fans as the one who are on LRP for $50 or higher. Now, I could not figure out how to make my spreadsheet in the back office illustrate 50 PV or more. And so I just did a spreadsheet where I changed the parameters to only say LRP. Give me just my customers on LRP. So then I got that spreadsheet, and then I would scan down and look at who was on 50 PV or higher. I then wrote down names and phone numbers of all these people. And yes, I have called them. My goal is 5 a day. All these people. Now, I kid you not, some of these people are on legs where the person who enrolled them has gone astray, doesn't show up, is absolutely not a super fan, right? Just not even there. Or maybe they still order, but they don't want to hear from me and they said so. So, okay. But whenever their team reaches out to them and says, hey, are you still doing doTERRA? They're like, no. And that's what I'm hearing from the team. So that tells me that I should absolutely bypass this person and access these people in case they need support. So those are the super fans, and those are who I suggest you go for first, your LRPers. Maybe for you, LRP is anybody on LRP for any level. And maybe your business is so robust, you want to actually set the tier higher and say LRP for 100 or more, or you're like absolute super fans. Those are your diamonds and above, right? Your silvers and above are the 50 to 100, and then everyone else would be your convention people, okay? Reach out, let them know. Now, clearly, we need to do this authentically. So, me authentically, with my strengths, I am going to gut check my list and write down who on this list I should actually call, because there are some people that I gotta, they wouldn't be receptive to my reaching out, and I honor and respect the energy in that, so I didn't. But I write a list, and then when I get to them on whatever day I'm working on it, it's, ooh, how should I reach out to this person? And some people, it was like, you know what, just send a text message. Okay, but a text message, right? For the people who have been ordering on LRP for a really long time, but I have actually never met them, I feel like it's more appropriate for a phone call. So, hi, this is Jenny. We've never met, but we know each other through so-and-so in doTERRA. And those phone calls have been well received. I'm actually surprised how many people are answering my phone call when they really don't know who I am, right? An out-of-state number. So go through those people. What am I basically telling you? I am basically telling you to not post this on social media, to not blast this all over the place. Why? Well, let's go back to the doTERRA example. doTERRA released it to specific diamonds and above and let them try it for a month. Why? So they had personal testimonials that their peers in the same category would listen to. So you're doing the same. Inviting all these people to learn more, however you want to disseminate the information. Maybe you're like, hey, I'm going to do a Zoom call, listen, or I'm sending emails out and I've got recordings, you can listen, or whatever it is, right? Or maybe it's just, for me, I'm just calling to connect, just to say, hey, I'm here. And if you hear about anything or you want to know updated information about doTERRA, give me a call, because that's what I want. I really want them to do that. I'm also letting them know, hey, I'm sending emails out. Hey, you might want to check those emails out. Okay. But that's how I do it. I am super no pressure, but I also want to be super friendly about it. So you are releasing it to your super fans who are like, yes, I trust you. I'm going to order this. And I totally have those that are already like chomping at the bit to order. And they're like, I can't get it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, wait till October 1st, right? October 1st, blast everywhere. Okay, you can order your MetaPWR kits now. Go, it's amazing. Let's get started, and then join together and tell each other our results, right? Peer to peer, just like doTERRA released it. So now we're all releasing it here. Why? Well, at first, you're going to have this first month of people, and you're going to have your own data points, and you're going to get your own feedback, and you're going to have your own success stories, right? And then those big fans are going to move on to the next month and the next month. Now you have got your own data. You've got your own human study done in its 4 to 6 or 4 to 8 or 12-week period. I'm running mine for 12 weeks because I want to see what's happening to people from October till December. Then what am I doing in January? That's when I'm all over social media. That's when I'm like, I know what I know. Guys, I saw the results. I saw people of blah, blah, blah backgrounds, and you have your own testimony. Okay. Now, yes, of course, you have your own testimony because you're using the product and you're going to know for yourself, but now you're going to have even more stories to tell. So that's when it's time to start talking to people who are not customers yet. Now, can you talk to people beforehand? Absolutely. Has doTERRA said to talk to people beforehand? Absolutely. In fact, doTERRA has said if anyone enrolls from October to like mid-November 23rd, and they also attend a post-convention tour, they're going to get extra points in their account just for coming to a post-convention event and enrolling. That's phenomenal. That's not available to everybody, but they are saying release it to everybody. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. So if you have a pretty significant rank in doTERRA and you need to go through your LRPs and contact people and kind of backlog it, do it. If you're kind of fresh and you're the director level, you're getting fresh people, and that's awesome too. Okay. So now how to teach doTERRA MetaPWR. I am passionate about this because I have tried to teach several different things about doTERRA that have a lot of research attached to it and can actually be kind of confusing. Lifelong Vitality is one of them, right? So because Lifelong Vitality is part of this kit, all you're saying about Lifelong Vitality is its nutrition, its energy, and its fuel and structure. And you need all those 3 capsules to give your body the nutrition, energy, and structure it needs on the cellular level. Now we're going to MetaPWR. So why MetaPWR, right? Why do you need both? Well, now you're making MetaPWR easy. When I said nutrition, energy, and structure, do you know what I'm talking about? You probably do. You probably know that I just said VMZ, alpha CRS, and XE omega, right? Great, but we're not using the names of the bottles when we're talking to people and enrolling them. They don't care. In fact, using the names of the bottles confuses them, and a confused mind will never buy. So don't do it. Just don't do it, right? I've noticed the same thing about Zendocrine. And so I'm like, I can't. So, Lifelong Vitality, nutrition, energy, and cell structure. You need that on the cellular level. And now we're going to talk MetaPWR. So what's MetaPWR? Well, MetaPWR is carb blocking and stabilizing the glucose in your body. So your body then stabilizes insulin. End of story. That's it. No more, no research, no PowerPoint presentation, nothing. It's glucose stabilizing, which in turn changes the way your insulin production is, which is super healthy now, right? It's now much more healthier. And carb blocking. Awesome, right? Because people hear carbs, bad, this good. Blood sugar too high, bad, this good. That's what we're doing, like really simple. The brain can grasp it. Everybody knows carbs are bad. Everyone knows sugar is bad. Balance technique, right? And then if you want to describe it better, I say there's an herbal blend. That's the brown pill. There's a soft gel. That's the orange pill that's big. There's a beadlet. That's the orange pill that's tiny. And then there's an oil and gum. That's it. We're not calling them metabolic blend. We're not calling them assist. We're not calling them the soft gels. And we are definitely not calling them advantage. That confuses the heck out of everybody. Why? Because too many A names, too much alliteration, and the brain's like, ugh. So we're not doing that. We're saying the collagen with the anti-aging magic, if you want to, right? Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you're way more sciencey than that. And you're like, This is the collagen, which helps the muscles get their flexibility back. It helps them perform better. It helps them stop deteriorating so you're not bone on bone. You need collagen, right, for your muscles. Then in the collagen, you need the chemical of the NADH and the MMN. I know, confusing. Let's just remember, you need the chemical in here to help you be young again, to help your body reverse age. And depending on who you're talking to, you might have really smart people who have been biohacking for years. And you're like, you're already a biohacker. You need to add this to your system because you have to keep biohacking. And this makes biohacking easy. Okay. So if you've got biohacking in a category, talk biohacking. Hopefully you can talk biohacking. If you can't, schedule a consultation with me so I can teach you the biohacking language because I know biohacking. Maybe you have had people who understood the Slim and Sassy model. You can be like, better than Slim and Sassy, way better. You don't need nearly as many drops in a day, and it will still suppress your fat cells from forming and help those that already have go away. Yay! Right? Maybe that's as simple as it is, but I wanted to make this super duper simple and super duper quick. All right. So that's it. That is the end of the training. Thanks for hanging with me.